Hello, welcome to T-Sport Bernau. As a lot of you know already, we work very closely with Teng Tools. A few weeks ago, we received a new order of tools, and it's more specialist stuff. So like some of the stuff you can't really buy, or not a lot of stockists hold it. So we have, for the aluminium T-slot table, we have these clamps, and we're doing a lot of fabrication in the workshop at the minute, which is, as you know, we are currently building a brand new race truck for the 2023 season. We got spare cabs and sort of do a lot of upgrades like this. But the new tools that we received from Teng, they are quite sort of fabrication orientated. So we have big clamps for when we're putting the cab together. The D clamps, ordered a lot more, but they're already being used on the chassis. Then we have this new sort of extendable 3/4 inch bar, which is really good, especially for when we're on the road and if we have a puncture or something like that. But also, a lot of people don't really realise is that Teng do some real big socketry as well, so that's a 70mm. We use that for the steering box. I can show you quickly on the race book. And basically the 70mm is only for taking that off, and then we've got the puller, the bearing puller, and then it basically just goes over there. So if we have an issue with the steering box, we can swap that pretty quickly, especially with them tools. And like I say, not a lot of people realise that Teng make them, but as you can see, we're cracking on with the new chassis. There's a lot of G-clamps being used at the minute, so yeah, and so we've got to say a massive thank you for Teng Tools, especially for helping us sort of realise the best equipped workshop in the whole of England. So it's a nice feeling to have, and especially with some of the tools as well. That's the bearing puller I was on about. So this one's got like on a bicycle on the front forks or on the front wheel, where you can quickly lock them. It has on the arms this system, so or on the other ones we have, it's with a spanner, and it's yeah, you never have the time to tighten them properly. So this one should be a lot easier and quicker to work with. So it's all about making life easier and quicker. Then we've got like some sockets for. We're going to make some kits up, so when we do the front wheel brake, or when we do the front brake discs and some other bits and like specialist jobs, that all the tools are in one sort of box. So when we have an issue with the gearbox, for example, you just take the gearbox service box out, all the tools are there. You're not going through the box trying to find sort of different tools, and then everything goes back together. The biggest point last year is we had a few engine issues. A lot of teams did actually help us to sort of swap the engine out on the old race truck, obviously using our tools, and we never lost a single tool during this whole sort of episode. So it's really cool. This sort of storage system actually works, especially when there are people not used to the tools. It's so easy to use this system, so can't talk about it highly enough. So this is like one of the biggest selling points for me for Teng, is to have this system. Also, if you're working on the race truck and you leave something on there, you can just look in the drawers and say, we're missing a 20mm spanner, so it makes life easier. But thank you very much for watching. Give Teng a big like, and we'll see you soon.